Get in there.
That's dirt, nigga. That's dirt. Hey.
But you can't be composed when a man's talking to you like that. Like, you know, I mean, me and you, who couldn't fight our way out of a wet paper bag, shouldn't allow another man to talk to us like that.
Ridiculous, and you see these scuffles and all this nonsense at press conferences, and that is where it goes wrong.
Shakur Stevenson lashed out after the press conference when his exchange with Teofimo Lopez turned deeply personal. Lopez made a remark involving Stevenson's mother, crossing a boundary that no fighter is willing to tolerate. The fury on Shakur's face was immediate and unmistakably real. There was no acting or manufacture hype in that moment. What fans saw was pure emotion, driven by respect and pride. This wasn't about posturing or promotion. It was personal. The confrontation spiraled into chaos, producing one of the most intense and talked about press conference scenes boxing has delivered in years. Fans instantly flooded social media, reacting in disbelief and fueling the fire even more.
Hey, that's my mother. Where my mother at? No, somebody touch my mother.
Car, come here.
No, don't touch me.
Let's go this way, dog. That was serious.
Where's my mother?
Hey, find his mom. Find his mom. Find his mother now. Is she okay?
Eddie Hearn didn't hold back and made it clear how serious the situation was. Teofimo crossed a major line by bringing Shakur's mother into it, and the reaction was immediate. Hearn summed up the moment perfectly, saying this wasn't planned theatrics. What unfolded was pure, unfiltered emotion, the kind that can't be staged. The tension was thick, and it felt like everything was seconds away from boiling over. Shakur's response wasn't surprising. It was unavoidable. Now the boxing world can't stop talking about it, replaying the moment and debating the fallout from the chaos that erupted.
Pushes your buttons, when someone shoves you like that, when someone starts talking about your mum, no man, like, look, I'm a complete pussy, right? If you start talking about my mum and all this other stuff, I'm going to have a pop at you. I can't fight it, but I don't care. I'll have a right go. And you're talking about the world heavyweight champion. If you start talking to him like that, if you shove him like that, he's going to react.
Frank Warren steps in with blunt honesty and brings the moment back to reality. This isn't the streets. It's professional boxing, and the only place fighters should settle anything is inside the ring. The trash talk and face-offs are part of the build-up, but he stresses they're supposed to stay measured and purposeful, not turn into uncontrolled chaos. Even so, the tension is impossible to ignore. Fans can feel it building, and the sense is that all this pre-fight heat is only going to make the action explode when the opening bell finally sounds.
Well, this is not a gang fight. You know, the only two will be fighting are the boxers and save it for the night. They don't get paid. They don't get paid to fight before the fight.
The Wade concept puts a spotlight on the untamed energy of combat sports. This wasn't a simple stare down meant for cameras. It felt like the opening chapter of a coming battle. When fighters collide before the bout, it spikes adrenaline, electrifies the crowd, and instantly grabs headlines. Even if boundaries are pushed, that intensity feeds a hype. It reminds everyone that in boxing, emotion and controlled aggression are inseparable from the spectacle, just as important as the technique that unfolds once the fight begins.
Fighters on stage or face-off? Of course not. Yes, it's over the line. You shouldn't be doing it. They shouldn't be putting hands on each other. But it is the fight game, and we've seen far worse. We've seen guys get in fights. We've seen people throw dollies in this game in the combat.
Dave Caldwell highlights the instant where the tone completely changed. The second hands touch faces. The press conference stopped being routine promotion and turned into something volatile. It crossed from performance into real conflict, where pride and tension crashed together. That one moment set everything on fire. Fans lit up social media, analysts jumped into debate, and the rivalry suddenly felt personal. Now the fight carries extra meaning, with every punch tied back to that explosive pre-fight clash.
Everything that, because that's a little bit naughty. Because I know it's all, you know, fun and games at press conferences, but when you lay your hands on another man's face, whether there's an egg in it or not, you've laid your hands on his face, and that takes it to...
Johnny Nelson doesn't sugarcoat it. He labels the behavior reckless, foolish, and borderline embarrassing, saying that pulling stunts on fight morning belongs in amateur hour, not professional boxing. In his view, moments like this force officials into damage control mode, scrambling to decide how to respond. Fans are split, with many shaking their heads at how quickly things escalated. Stevenson's pre-fight aggression, Nelson argues, didn't just raise tension. It embarrassed Lopez and transformed a routine press event into a viral spectacle.
This morning, man, to make the way how he's done it, you know, on the morning of a fight, it's just wrong. It's dangerous, and the board are now in a situation where they think shit.
Simon Jordan points out that while boxing has always embraced a bit of madness, this moment still caught people off guard. When fighters clash face to face like that, the tension skyrockets immediately. Forcing fans away discipline against pure entertainment is disorderly, uncomfortable, and undeniably gripping. At the same time, it pours gasoline on the rivalry, leaving everyone asking just how far Stevenson and Lopez are willing to go before the first bell even rings.
Just an egg on his face. I mean, how many times have we seen boxers do things that they shouldn't do? You know, we saw Derek Chisora spit on Vitaly Klitschko.
We didn't need that.
I'm not offended by it.
Duke McKenzie doesn't apologize for his take at all. He calls it a masterstroke. And in today's boxing climate, that argument makes sense. Entertainment now carries as much weight as technical skill, and anything that captures attention is valuable. From that angle, Stevenson's press conference move wasn't careless. It was controlled chaos, meant to own the headlines and shift the spotlight. This wasn't a lesson in boxing fundamentals. It was theater, raw emotion, mind games, and spectacle blended into one moment. Fans crave these flashpoints. Analysts replay every shove and reaction, and the hype for the fight multiplies instantly. As McKenzie points out, in modern boxing, it's not only the punches that sell, it's the narrative built around them.
I thought it was a stroke of genius, personally. I don't see there's any harm in it. You know, this is the entertainment business that we live in now, and if you're not going to be entertaining...
Teofimo Lopez cranks up the tension with a daring statement that instantly fuels a rivalry. His message blends menace with intention, projecting confidence, control, and a sense of planned disruption. Lopez presents himself as the one pulling the strings, claiming awareness and momentum while others remain one step behind. This goes beyond empty talk. It's a calculated mental play designed to rattle Stevenson and energize the crowd. Now fans and analysts aren't just breaking down technique, they're dissecting the psychological edge. Lopez's press conference performance makes it clear this fight is about more than punches. It's a clash of pride, planning, and relentless drive.
That's what I'm trying to attest to right here, man. So, honestly, nevertheless, man, I see it as, look, when they presented the fight with Devin and all that, a lot of things that came in my way, but it all happened in perfect alignment. Devin didn't have no motion. As I was saying earlier, Shakur has motion. He did his thing. He looked outstanding against William Cepeda at the Louis Armstrong Stadium. And this is what you guys need. This is what boxing needs. This is why we're here. We're here to take over.
Shakur Stevenson makes his stance unmistakably clear. His confidence is front and center, carrying an edge that feels almost intimidating. He positions himself as a level above Lopez, planting mental pressure long before the opening bell. Fans are hooked by the swagger, while analysts pick apart every word. The press conference now feels like the opening act to a fight destined for headlines. Stevenson's remarks aren't just promotional noise. They serve as a warning and a declaration of control. By publicly asserting his elite status, he raises the stakes and shifts the mental burden onto Lopez. When fight night arrives, that mindset is expected to show in every feint, every exchange, and every deliberate move inside the ring.
To beat him and shut him up. Tio not on this level. Tio is a high-level fighter, but he's not on my level. I'm an elite-level fighter, and come January 31st, I'm going to show it.
Paul Smith's reaction captures a lighter, almost movie-like side of fight week chaos. While others focus on criticizing the antics, Smith finds creativity in the moment, a mix of humor, mischief, and mental games. His laughter reflects how unpredictable and theatrical modern boxing has become, where sharp edges and entertainment often overlap. Clips are already spreading across social media. Analysts are arguing over what it all means, and reputations are being shaped outside the ropes. Even if it seems small, moments like this drive hype, strengthen narratives, and build anticipation. It's another reminder that boxing isn't only about punches. It's about presence, drama, and scenes that stick with fans long after the lights go down.
We expect that from Chisora. I'm not going to lie, when it happens, I laughed my head off. I absolutely laughed my head off.
I did too.
I thought it was quite poetic. I thought what happened was...
Adam Smith lays it out perfectly. This is boxing in its rawest, most unfiltered form, where chaos and entertainment collide. While no one officially endorses fighters crossing lines, moments like this only magnify the hype, turning an ordinary press conference into a headline-stealing spectacle. Stevenson didn't just make noise, he shifted the narrative, forcing promoters, media, and fans alike to pay attention. The atmosphere changed instantly. Energy spiked, social media erupted, and every shove, stare, and word was broken down frame by frame. Smith's take captures the dual nature of the fight game. Brutal, unpredictable, and fiercely competitive, yet fueled by the unscripted drama fans crave. Now the spotlight is locked on both fighters to see how this tension carries into the ring. This isn't just showmanship. It's psychological warfare, story-driven hype, and a fight preview that feels bigger than life.
To speak for the casual fans, do we condone it? I mean, in boxing terms, should that happen at a head-to-head? Of course not, but these things do happen. This is the fight business, and it's just made it even bigger, and we wait to see what happens next.
Jack Catterall offers a calm, realistic take amid the pre-fight frenzy, drawing attention to the unseen struggles fighters endure away from the cameras. Managing weight isn't flashy or entertaining. It's calculated, exhausting, and sometimes risky. While audiences get caught up in trash talk and confrontation, Catterall reminds people that elite fighters push their bodies to extremes just to make it a fight night. In the case of Stevenson and Lopez, every shove, stare, or heated exchange carries added significance because of the physical and mental strain already in play. His perspective adds substance to the spectacle, reinforcing that boxing is more than hype and theatrics. It's built on discipline, sacrifice, and precision. Catterall's message highlights the importance of respecting the craft, even when chaos dominates headlines. Fans may focus on brief flashpoints, but behind the scenes, fighters are navigating a high-pressure world of weight cuts, timing, and performance expectations. And every viral moment is rooted in a very real human cost.
Well, everybody's weight situation and weight maker situation is unique to them. There's weight classes for a reason. I know some people are going to two extreme lengths. I don't know. I can't comment on it. I wish him to be safe and well, like I wish every fighter. But that's the...
Adam Smith captures the true uncertainty of fight night. No level of build-up forecasting or press conference theater can mirror what unfolds once the fighters are locked inside the ropes. Game plans fade, expectations dissolve, and the noise of the crowd changes everything. Stevenson and Lopez have spent weeks building tension, but Smith reminds everyone that when fight day arrives, control gives way to chaos. Decisions are made in fractions of a second, driven by adrenaline and instinct. All the pre-fight drama, the shoves, stares, and mental warfare funnels into those first moments after the opening bell. That's when theories collapse and outcomes become impossible to predict. This is boxing at its most gripping. Uncertainty, emotion, and danger blending into pure spectacle. Smith's point frames the suspense perfectly. Fight night levels a playing field, and when preparation collides with pressure, anything can happen. Eddie Hearn goes straight to the core of the tension simmering beneath the surface. When fighters are chest to chest, the pokes, taunts, and pushes aren't harmless gestures. They're sparks meant to provoke reactions. What unfolded at the press conference wasn't empty bravado. It was a mental setup for what's coming inside the ring. Those repeated confrontations are designed to challenge discipline and self-control, and fans can feel the pressure building. Hearn makes it clear this won't be a routine contest. It's shaping up to be intense, emotional, and charged with frustration. Every look, every step, every exchange will matter, amplified by a fired-up crowd. By the time the bell sounds, the groundwork has already been laid for a volatile, unforgettable showdown that could echo for years.
You don't know what's going to happen because it's different on that day than any other day. It just sort of scripts go out the...
The Wade concept breaks down the pre-fight chaos with a focus on how small moments can create massive impact. A shove, a nudge, or even an open-handed strike can instantly flip the storyline. transforming an ordinary media event into a viral moment. Clips spread rapidly across social platforms, spawning reactions, debates, and endless commentary, proving that boxing sells more than just punches. It sells tension, confrontation, and spectacle. Fans and analysts are now questioning which fighter will keep emotional control when it matters most. Beneath the surface, both men are already locked in a mental battle that stretches far beyond the ropes. That brief flashpoint may have been the spark, but the real blaze is expected on fight night, when conditioning, technique, and emotion collide. The incident perfectly reflects modern boxing's balance. Elite athletic competition, mixed with high-stakes entertainment, narrative, and drama that keeps audiences invested from the first press event to the final bell.
When you're getting poked like that in a face-to-face, after a while the temper goes, and it's good. I think it's going to be that kind of fight.
As the chaos fades from one of the most explosive press conferences in recent years, the rivalry between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez has hit a boiling point. Every shove, every stare, every sharp word has pushed this matchup beyond pure technique. This is mind games, ego and emotion colliding before they ever touch gloves. Fans can't stop talking. Social media is lit up, and analysts are split on who will lose composure once the fight begins. This isn't just another bout on the schedule. It's a narrative built moment by moment, through tense exchanges, viral footage, and heated confrontations. Now the spotlight turns to you. How do you see it playing out? Who takes control when it finally matters? Share your predictions, loop in your friends, and brace yourself for a fight that promises intensity from the opening bell to the very last punch.
I don't mind fighters pushing and shoving. Probably shouldn't be slapping each other at the face-off. Security did a pretty good job of corralling it while they could, but I thought it was just an open hand